children, welcome back to my class. So today we are going to begin the second chapter in social and political life. What is it? Diversity and discrimination. Today we are on day 4 of our class. Okay, so before starting this topic, I want to give you a quick recap on chapter number 1, Understanding Diversity. Okay, what did you learn in the previous chapter, children? You learned what is diversity. Diversity is uniqueness of an individual that must be recognized. Yes. And what is inequality? Inequality is something, that differentiates people in a negative way. Yes. It's a type of discrimination. So, here I have written the keyword discrimination. So, inequality is also discrimination. Okay. And then what else did you learn? You learned about the various factors. And what are the two important factors? The geographical factors and the historical factors. Yes. Through the case study Ladakh and Kerala, you understood the chapter. And you were also introduced to the caste system in India. How is it prevailing? Okay. And then how diversity affects our life, have an impact on our life, and very importantly about the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, the tragedy, and then you also understood how the Indians stood united during our freedom struggle movement, yes, and how they also used our symbols and the songs and the flags, okay, as the tool, the weapon of expressing our unity. Yes, children. So, what are you going to learn in today's chapter? In today's chapter, our focus area lies on the discrimination, that is, the various differences and that which have a negative impact in the society that we live in. Okay, the practical experiences that how we see prejudice. What is the second word? Prejudice. Prejudice is nothing but the preconceived notion. You don't know whether it is true or false. Whether it is, you cannot judge. Okay, you just have a preconceived assumption. Okay, about a person, a group or a thing. So that is called as a prejudice. Okay, children. So here to start the lesson, here they are explaining that India, okay, there are 8 major religions in the world. Okay, there are 8 major religions in the world and every single one of them is practiced in India. Yes, so that shows our strong diversity. We have more than 1600 languages or 1600 languages that are people's mother tongue. And there are more than 100 dance forms. Okay, so do you see, children, how unique we are, how diversified we are, how special we are, how celebrating we are? Okay, so this is our strength. Okay, and here they say, in spite of all this, you compare our country with the world. So whatever it is there, we have everything in our Indian subcontinent. Okay, and here they say, yet this diversity is not always celebrated. It depends on the mindset of a person. If you see everything in a positive way, that is the difference. That is celebrating diversity. You take it in a very positive note. You show it as your strength. But when the same diversity is looked with a negative perspective, okay, with a pessimistic perspective, that becomes prejudice. Yes, children. So here, and they say when you are with your same group, with like-minded people or, with the similar people of your eating habits, your dressing habit, the language you speak, you feel secure. You feel, okay, I belong to this group. This is my group. This is my people. You have the feeling of security. But if that happens in a contrary, when you are not with the people who are of your same nature, then how do you feel? You feel so strange and unfamiliar. So I also quoted an example about you going for a world tour and what will be your choice, okay, of selecting your people. And here they say sometimes when we meet people who are very different from us, okay, we may feel very strange and unfamiliar. And why? It is because it is the attitude and the opinion that we have about the other group. Okay, for example, as I said, I discussed, I shared this morning, if you find a co-passenger with you who's not very presentable, neatly dressed, you might assume that he is an illiterate, okay, he is uneducated, he is very uncivilized. But then when you get to know about him, then you will understand that he is very well educated. Do you understand, children? He is really well educated and he is even more qualified than you. Okay, so what is again a prejudice, children? It is about a preconceived notion, and again it may be true or it may not be true. Okay, and at times you feel if a person is speaking English well, if he is able to communicate, if his communication skills in English is very good, you might think that he is very well educated and civilized. So here you have a prejudiced thinking when you compare other languages with English. So you have a very inferior thinking about other languages, and you have a very superior thinking about English. But you know that the languages spoken, even our Tamil language, is far superior and far older, okay, in the history, okay, by its age. So you should not have a notion. So actually this prejudice adds to inequality. Okay, you should not have a preconceived notion about a person without knowing about him or her or even a thing or a group. So for example, if you are going to have a newcomer in your class, initially you might think, okay, oh, she's bossing over everybody. Okay, she has an attitude. But then after, when you start, becoming friends, by time you understand, no, that she is your best friend. And the way you thought, the preconceived notion that you had about her is completely not true. Okay, children? So this is what we are going to learn. Okay, and in the next class, we'll be also listening about the stereotypes. Okay, I want you to read this lesson well. I want you to complete this small activity, okay, which is given on page number 14. Okay, and also I want you to complete this matching. It just takes less than 2 minutes for you. Complete this matching and submit this by tomorrow. I want you to learn, read this 2 pages, page number 13 and 14, because I want you to get hold of the new vocabulary, okay, which will help you to score marks in your examination. And then I have sent you 2 question answers. Please complete it, write it very neatly in your SST classwork. Thank you for watching, children. Keep learning, be happy. And today's GK, I told you, I asked you to find the 7 wonders of the world and in which countries it is located. And coming to our current affairs, I want to share that the war that is happening between India and China in Ladakh has taken a pause. Okay, now both the troops, they have moved a kilometer away. Okay, saying that, agreeing that it is going to have a pause. And please show your respect to your Jawans. Okay, please pray for them. They are protecting each and every one of us. Okay, so have a wonderful day. Thank you.